everybody. Welcome to the Pop-Up, coming to you live here from the Black Media Matter Studios in downtown Seattle. I'm your host, Omari Salisbury, a.k.a. The Big O. Man, we got a fantastic show on tap for you tonight. Man, we're all talking about legacy and history all the way around as we're joined by Naudia Miller and my man, Jay. What's your last name, JD?
Davis.
Davis. How do you forget that? Davis.
There we go.
And I be getting some complicated ones on here. JD Davis, fantastic show. We're going to be talking about the Black Panther Interpretive Center. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about, man, one of the biggest and the baddest and the boldest Juneteenths in this part of America. That's the Juneteenth. We'll be picking that up as well. Man, first, we got to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors, We Rise Wines. We Rise Wines are located on 2nd Avenue, right across the street from the Moore Theater. Much love to Jamila Conley and team. Man, it's a whole bunch of wines in there for us and by us. And a lot of times when we say for us and by us, it varies in scale. This is an experience. You go to We Rise. I mean, it's a beautiful, you nodding your head over there like you've been up in there.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah, it was a lovely experience. It was a beautiful space. Great service, great aesthetic, great wine.
Yeah, okay. Well, man, have you been there?
I haven't. But I'm going to have to go now.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, okay, I got something for you.
Okay.
We'll send you over there to We Rise. So big shout out, Jamila Conley, We Rise Wines. Make sure and check them out. Support them because they support us, WeRiseWines.com. And now these days we got these nice official introductions, so let me make sure and get to that. First up here is Mr. J.D. Davis.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what producer Meade says about you.
Okay.
Jerome, J.D. Davis is a Pacific Northwest-based cultural producer and community leader who serves as the founder and CEO of WayOut Kids, a multimedia organization dedicated to youth empowerment through STEAM, education, and arts. Additionally, he is the executive producer of the award-winning Juneteenth, A Road to Economic Freedom. That's down there in the City of Destiny, also known as Tacoma, a massive annual celebration that fosters cultural connection and economic opportunity in the region. J.D. Davis, welcome to the Pop-Up.
Man, thank you. Thank you for having me, and it's always a pleasure to come hang out with you, brother.
Okay. Yeah. I got you, brother.
Okay.
Second up here, man, me and Naudia Miller, known on the streets as Nas. You know what I'm saying? We go back like racism. We go way back. All right. Naudia Miller is a cultural worker and program manager for the Seattle Black Panther Party Interpretive Center. She's an advocate for community-controlled spaces who focuses on creating safe, resilient environments for Black and Indigenous communities through her entrepreneurial work and partnerships. Nas, welcome back to the Black Media Matter studio.
Thank you for having me back. It looks great.
Yeah, we do our part. There's a lot of signatures in here now.
I'm gonna have to go find mine again before
good
I
luck
leave.
with that.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
All right, so the way this show works is the first part here. We're gonna go over some news and headlines, get your thoughts on things, check the temperature in the room.
Yes,
then
sir.
After that, we're gonna learn more about JD and Juneteenth and what you're up to, and then we're gonna learn more about the Black Panther Interpretive Center, which is right down the street. Mm-hmm. Okay, you ready, Mr. Director? Sounds like we're good to go. First up here, City Initiative empowers students to lead mental health and safety efforts at 5 Seattle high schools. In an article in the Seattle Medium, writer Aaron Allen, that's my dog, details the launch of a Youth Safety Ambassadors Program, a new student-led mental health and safety initiative across 5 Seattle public high schools. Co-managed by the Seattle Department of Education and Early Learning, also known as DEAL, and the Seattle Human Services Department, the program was created after community feedback revealed that students in need were not utilizing available support services. Rather than relying on traditional adult-led outreach, the initiative empowers a cohort of 12 student ambassadors to connect peers with resources, reduce mental health stigmas, and help redefine community safety. With training in leadership, peer mentorship, and mental health awareness, these ambassadors offer vital peer-to-peer support while actively developing a broader youth-centered mental health awareness campaign. All right, man. You just used to the YSAs, as they're called. I've had an opportunity to work with a lot of them. What do you think about this program, Naudia?
I think it's a great step. I read the article this morning, and I'm glad to see they're being innovative, and the city is prioritizing youth voices. I also know that that's something that we've been saying for a long time, and it's a lot easier said than done. 12 is a small number, so I hope that they get the funding that they need to be able to expand that quickly, and I also hope that they're able to reach the demographic that has more stigma to it, because these students are going to be able to reach the students that want to be reached. And the first thing I thought about was like, what about the young people who don't want to be reached? I have 2 boys that are, they grew up in the South End. We're out of the city now, but they've had a tremendous amount of loss the past few months especially, but I just don't know that some of their peers are going to be able to be reached by this group. And when I think about solutions for the tremendous amount of violence that our young people are experiencing, I think about that group more than anyone. So I think it's great. I'm also just a little critical and hope that we're going to be able to reach those other young people.
Yeah, JD?
No, that was good, because I was thinking the same thing. One, it was like, where was this at when I was a kid? Youth led, right? But then you also have to say, where are the kids from that are leading the charge? Because if you get suburban to try to save the hood, it's usually not going to work. And so it's really important to know, where did they get the kids, and is there a proper mix? Because you can't have the blind leading the blind either.
So now I will say this, right? But just because I'm very familiar with this program. But first of all, to Nadia's point, is that this issue that we're facing with young people, and especially young people in violence, there is not one thing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a collection of things. So, man, right over here you got the YSAs. From over here it might be the CVIs. Over here it might be, in engaging young people in the work that you're doing. But so I agree with you that there's a lot more to be done. But I will say just about the YSAs is that all of them attend those high schools. I know there's Garfield, Ingram, Rainier Beach, Chief Self, and I think there's Interagency or something like that. So they're from the schools, and they go. And these are young people who are actually they're out there trying to take the lead on in their building to be able to give students resources and things like that. And a lot of these kids, they, working with them, especially the ones from Rainier Beach, we met with them early in the year, very excited to be like, okay, how can we work together? And of course, you had the murder of the 2 students there. Like these are some young people who are actually living it alongside their classmates. And so, I'll give deal. They got it's growing, and like you said, it's one thing of many things that are required, and their angle is to reach those youth who are open to be reached. And to Nadia's point, there is definitely a portion of young people who is going to take more than that.
Yeah, I love that it looked like it was all different grade levels, sophomores, seniors, and all the different schools. I just, how do we ensure that they stay funded so that they can get more students trained, because that's huge. I didn't see an article, maybe I missed it or I'm just forgetting, but where's the funding coming from? How do we ensure that it stays?
Yeah, so the funding for this program actually comes from from Department of Early Learning and Education and HSE. So basically it's coming from the city of Seattle, one way or another, and so that's where the actual funding comes from. And, the camera's on me. This is a good thing. Keep funding these kids, man. You know what I'm saying? These kids is over here making a difference. They're making good things happen. And, we want to be able to make sure that our young people have an opportunity all the way around, to get the resources. Because the city of Seattle actually has a lot of resources that young people don't know about, especially around mental health, activities, things to do, and everything else.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right. Yeah, moving along here into more international, but also timely, World Cup. We got an article right here coming from the Tacoma News Tribune, right around your way. There's an article by Jacqueline Charles. Says Haiti's men's national soccer team has been forced to debut a redesigned World Cup jersey after FIFA rejected the original kits, labeling specific visual elements, specifically the illustration of the 1803 Bastille da Viertes as political statements. While the team's manufacturer intended a design to celebrate Haitian resilience, FIFA's equipment regulations led to a request for modifications, making it the second time in recent months that Haitian athletes have faced uniform scrutiny at an international event. As the team prepares for its first World Cup appearance in 52 years, players have transitioned to a more streamlined blue uniform to comply with FIFA. JD.
I'm glad they complied. And the reason I say that because they've been out the game for 52 years. And if we're not seeing, then we can't change things. And so sometimes compliance can be good. Sometimes it's bad, but if it can put you on the stage where you can be seen and make changes from inside, because you can only do so much from outside. Change has to be done inside. So I think it's a good thing just to be able to see them brothers on the big stage competing.
Naudia is gonna be like, nah, man, it should stay at home.
Well, I don't follow sports on a high level just because the institutions themselves are obviously problematic across the board, and I've heard some rough things about FIFA. So I wasn't surprised when I read this article. I was like, yeah, of course they're gonna make them remove their revolutionary imagery from their jerseys, you know. But yeah, you know, I guess if you gotta stay in the game and you have to bend, I guess. I don't know how we gonna
She
take
said
out
if you
FIFA.
have to do this, like, ouch, it hurts, but.
I used to live over on the continent. I lived on the continent of Africa for almost 20 years, man. And the scrutiny that the African teams get, because you know, they come in with flair or different colors and cuts and style and everything, man. It'd be so much scrutiny for the uniforms, or in soccer, football, they call it a kit. You know, but I mean, I'm glad that Haiti is here and representing. You know what I'm saying? It makes me want to go get the original design. If they can't wear it, I'm going to wear it for them. You feel me? All right. We'll keep it moving here. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is a good one here from my buddy Justin Carter at the Capitol Hill Seattle blog. And it says, Black Panthers, Malcolm X and Charlie Parker, how a 38.5-foot long Central District retaining wall and mural became a Seattle landmark. In an article in the Capitol Hill Seattle blog, Justin Carter reports that the Seattle Department of Neighborhoods Landmark Preservation Board has unanimously voted to designate the People's Wall as an official Seattle landmark. Okay, let's get a hand there.
All right.
That's what we're talking about. All right. That's man, this is great news right here. Located in the Central District, the 38.5-foot long concrete retaining wall features a 1970 mural by artist Dion Henderson. What? Dion Henderson? Okay. Keep reading over here. Pays tribute to 9 fallen Black Panthers alongside prominent figures like Malcolm X, Angela Davis, and Charlie Bird Parker. Wow. The site holds deep historical significance as a former second headquarters of the Seattle chapter of the Black Panther Party, where they operated the Pacific Northwest's first free healthcare clinic and a community center. Championed by the Black Heritage Society of Washington State, the new designation permanently protects the mural, the wall, and part of the property parcel, preserving a miraculous survivor. Okay, I see here. Preserving this, and it was this is actually what they did, federal raids there on the property. The 1970s property demolition and decades of rapid gentrification in the neighborhood, and so they're able to preserve it. They're gonna keep it. It's there. I know you here tonight's all about the Black Panthers. So, man, how you feeling about that?
Great. So Stephanie Johnson Tolliver, she works with the Black Heritage Society, and she's also one of the board members for the Legacy Group. So when all of this was transpiring, I was, getting emails about the vote coming up and like having us pop in to say some words. I didn't make it, but Elmer Dixon spoke on our behalf, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I think we were touching on this before we went live, but like there's all of these different things happening right now to honor the Black Panther Party, the Skyway Park, this wall, there's also, and that's the one that I believe, the Franklin students are fundraising to revamp their mural outside of their school. We got this Interpretive Center happening, and it feels like a really important time to be acknowledging the revolutionary work of the Black Panthers with everything that's going on in the world.
All right, good stuff. By the way, this is the first staff doing the adds ambiance to the set.
Love it.
People always like, man, why don't you guys soundproof this? Well, sometimes it's interesting. All right, well, keep it moving here. Oh, my buddy Keisha Credit. Looks like Keisha Credit wrote an op-ed here for the Seattle Medium. It said, are black people being left behind by AI? In an article in the Seattle Medium, a writer, Keisha Credit, discussed a growing narrative within black communities that artificial intelligence is a dangerous and exploitive threat that drains resources for data centers. While validating these environmental justice concerns, Credit, who began working in tech as a teenager, cautions against allowing valid critiques to turn into cultural rejection of AI, stressing that black Americans rarely benefit from arriving late to technological transformation. Credit urges her community to understand AI as a tool rather than just a threat. Ultimately, she advocates for black communities to demand corporate accountability and environmental justice while simultaneously learning, participating in, and helping to lead the future of artificial intelligence. Now, JD, you know what I'm saying? You know all about this AI transition that's happening out here. What are your thoughts, black people and AI?
Man, one, we don't have a choice, right? Because we don't want to get left behind. We need to learn it and understand it. But I also think about how many people are going to you don't get second chances with AI. So you think about someone who may have had a little bad credit history and they're trying to get a job or they're trying to move into a new place, but AI is doing all the scoring. There's no more real person there to give them that second chance. So that's scary within itself. What AI can do, it can actually change your life, but it's taking a lot of people out too. So because we work in the media industry around animation and things like that, projects that would take us 10 months or so to do in about a team of 20, 30 people, you could do with 5 people in a month and a half. So it's taking away a lot of skill sets, and we know our people are very skillful in the arts world, and it's taking away a lot of that. But on the other end, I like it when I have to write up a term paper, or if I have to need some advice from an attorney, and I tell the AI to act as the best attorney in the States and create this document or this contract and things like that, or review this contract or help with this budget. So there's benefits, but I think we just need to learn it as best as possible.
All right, Naudia, your thoughts generally on AI and then black folks and AI. Embrace, don't embrace?
I am on the fence. When I think about the reason why we're using AI now is it's become popularized, because one of the things Keisha talks about is that AI it's been used for a long time. We just didn't know it was being used. And ChatGPT popularized it. And I know when I've used chat in the past, I'm trying to wean myself off of it. It's because I have no capacity to do things. I'm overwhelmed, I'm overworked. And if we really get to the root of the issue, it's why are we all so exhausted? It's because we're running this rat race of capitalism. And that's for all of us. But black folks especially, who have built this country on our backs. We're exhausted and we're tired, so it feels like this really great tool. But I also think, when I think about solutions for our people, I think about how desperate I know I am to get out in nature. How I want to get away from all of this capitalistic stuff that I have to do to be able to survive, and how refreshing and grounding it is when we pull ourselves out of this. And I think that's what we need as a people. And so then to hear that these data centers are consuming a ton of our resources, when we have people who are literally out on First Avenue right now, laid out on the ground, sick and dying, and don't have, can't get to the resources. I hope that we either put some sort of container around it. I've been thinking about this prior today, before these articles and everything that I read today. It's is anyone talking to AI? And just like, hey, did you know what's going on? Like, we love that you help us, but also, did you know that you're like kind of destroying our planet that's already being destroyed? What if I heard that Seattle just voted a moratorium.
Yeah, it's a moratorium here now.
Right?
Yeah.
And I haven't gone into the details, but like, what if we just picked one data center, you know, and that's all the AI we got, and that's all that we get to work with, you know, because like, it's helpful sometimes, but we don't want it to be destroying our planet. So those are some of the things I'm thinking about when it comes to AI. And I hope we don't get left behind, but
You be thinking about a lot.
I think a lot. I think about it a lot.
But
I do.
have you ever seen, like society, have you ever seen us go backwards? Like once something starts, have you ever seen us go backwards? Like
No.
you think of industry, right?
I think about
Just
that a lot
in
too.
small pieces, in very small micro pieces, you see that all bookstores got wiped out. But then people missed books.
Yep.
So now books are coming back.
Right.
So like, but in a massive sense, I haven't really seen it go backwards. But
Right.
you know, in a micro sense, people just kind of miss certain things. I think that also what's gonna happen is in like a few years, actual like super dope graphic designers and hand this and that, they're gonna become really, but like actual artisans. So right now, I think that it's kind of like almost what happened in music when the cost of, remember it used to be real expensive to make a record, JD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Really
And renting the studio and you know all that equipment there, MPCs, this and that. And so it was real serious people, or you were funded by a drug lord, that was in the studio making music. Yeah, big facts, right, Eric? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, but then when the cost of music production came down, got flooded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everything was out there. And then ultimately people kind of like, you know, filter through it. I think that like right now, this AI is so thick that ultimately in a few years it's gonna filter some.
Yeah.
That's our everyday kind of AI
Right.
stuff. But the big scale stuff they doing, we in trouble.
We in trouble. Yeah.
like the commercial kind of AI.
Right.
I think that,
It's
you know,
here.
it's going to level off somewhere. People are going to get tired of looking at these AI flyers.
Yeah.
They're going to get tired of this and that. And it's actually going to be like, yo, so-and-so designed my flyer. They did it by hand. It took them 3 days. You
Yeah.
know? And this will be a status thing. But
But
big
it won't
AI?
be- but it won't be enough, right?
No.
Because, I mean, my daughter doesn't like the AI songs. But we got AI artists that are hits. And they've
AI.
been hits for a long time that we didn't even know
we
at
didn't
first.
even know, right?
Right,
We're
right.
like, man, I
I
can't
still
wait
don't
to see
know.
this guy on
Who's
tour.
the AI hit?
Right. Yeah, we didn't know. And I wish I'd have caught on to the, 5 years ago when they were making all this money from the AI artists. I didn't know, right?
They would have been dropping them. All right, Mr. Producer, we're going to jump ahead and we're going to go to our first commercial break. When we come back, man, we're talking all about Juneteenth and also talking about like how black folks, we don't need to ask permission for us to celebrate. You're watching The Pop-Up.
Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole.
This summer, Metro connects the world.
And ain't nothing gonna bring me down 'cause I feel good. Ooh, God, I feel good. Let me tell you.
Someone you can grow old with until God calls you.
Trouble won't last. Won't last. 'Cause it's old. It's old. It's old.
Black women in Washington faced more than twice the risk of syphilis in 2024, but cases are falling as we learn the facts and look out for ourselves. Yet 1 in 10 pregnant cases were among Black women, but more than half of potential congenital cases were prevented with early care. Early testing makes a difference. Get tested and protect yourself. Protect your child. Protect the community.
Solutions for Seattle, June 17th, T-Mobile Park. Y'all know what it is. Log on to the website, www.solutionsforseattle.com, and be a part of youth empowerment. Let's empower the youth. This is a call to action, a ticket challenge. I need everybody to tap in. Y'all know what it is. Solutions for Seattle.
Now's your chance to join the Days to Come Reading Challenge to ignite the civic imagination needed for racial repair in Washington state. Read, discuss, and take action until Juneteenth to bring Dr. King's vision of a truly just society to life. Visit saarcpnw.org for more information.
Real ones show up for each other. In the barbershop, at home, in the group chat, we check in. Not just you good, but really good. Because the health of your friends and family matter, and they need you to check in. Healthy men keep each other safe. And real ones check in on the ones we love. Because when we tap in, we stay healthy together.
All right, welcome back to the Pop-Up, coming to you live from the Black Media Matters studios here in downtown Seattle. We are joined tonight by Naudia Miller, hey, and J.D. Davis.
Hey.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you'll see, we getting the party
There we
started
go,
over there
right?
now, huh? Okay. Lots
open it
of
up.
hospitality here in the Black Media Matters studios. Big shout out to Charlene, popped over here. All right, so now we're going to talk about Juneteenth. And, man, I'll start with you first, Naudia. Tell us, man, what does Juneteenth mean to you?
Freedom, family time, and fun.
Okay, that's the 3 F's.
Right.
JD, clearly, you throw a whole big party for Juneteenth, so I'm assuming that Juneteenth has a lot of meaning for you to actually undertake this massive production that you do every year there in Tacoma. What does Juneteenth mean to you?
You know, it's interesting because everybody knows me as JD. My full name is Frederick Jerome Davis. I was named after Frederick Douglass. And so when I was raised, there's all the books being read to as in the bed by my mom, right? About Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, all of them, and the struggle. So when Juneteenth came around and an opportunity came for us to put it on, we looked at the 1865, of course, the freedom being told lately, but then being told about it a couple of years late. But then what happened after that? So it was a party, and then what? It was a party, then broke. It was a party, then homeless. It was a party, then this. It was a party, then Jim Crow. So we didn't have any opportunities after the party. So when we looked at Juneteenth, we themed it a road to economic freedom intentionally. So what we did was we made sure we invited finance out. So we have the banks and the credit unions. We brought the healthcare system out. So we have Multicare and Virginia Mason. We brought in housing and all these different things. So we make sure there's a bunch of resources there, and then we put this huge cloud of entertainment over it, because that's what we do. But our main mission is to educate. And then we have about this year we have 193 vendors there who all say that the Juneteenth event, the one we put on, they all do well. So if you look at it like what we tried to create was a Black Friday. So if you come out with your business, you're going to do well. I use her all the time as a success story. Her name is Shatara, and she was launching her cookie business. And she launched it last year at Juneteenth, and she sold out. She made 2,000 cookies, and she sold out every single one of them. Those are the stories we're looking for when we're putting together Juneteenth, as we're planning where it's at, as we're planning what artists are coming, as we're planning how our marketing goes. We need to make sure there are thousands of people there to support all of those businesses so they have a road to economic freedom. And that's what Juneteenth means to me, is how do we create something that after this event, it helps you along your path. It's not just about the party. The party's great, but what's next? And that's what Juneteenth is to me.
Yeah, man, that's all good, but how's the food?
The food is great, man. We have over 40, well, I think it's more this year, but usually about 41 food trucks. So taste from all over Washington State, man, from all the best ribs and catfish and all of that to some other dishes. So it's all there.
Look at Naughty. Now he's like, was there a vegan truck?
There's a everything truck
I know
there.
is.
You know, everything is there, man. I mean, we do the large stage. You have the large kids playhouse. This year we're adding a car show. There's just so much to do there. Like I said, we get 20,000 people out to the event. This year we're moving over to the LeMay Hobb Field, Family Field, which is across the street from the Tacoma Dome. So access is even better. We have more space, adding in parking lot A along with the field. We partner with Sound Transit this year too, so they're going to make sure people can get there free. The Dome provided free parking all around when normally we were doing it in a park and people were trying to fill neighborhoods. We got dome parking and everything this year.
Yeah, I might make it out.
You got to make it out,
that
man.
That's what always got me. I was like, ooh. But you know, I can walk better now too. Last year, this time I wasn't in that space. So this is leading up to something here. But we got a video clip that comes to us from our neighbors to the east in Idaho, where there was a town that was like, nah, we ain't celebrating Juneteenth. We'll go ahead and play that.
New this morning, in a 4-2 vote last night, the Post Falls City Council voted to remove Juneteenth as a city holiday. They also restored Columbus Day.
Post Falls Mayor Randy Westland says he believes Columbus Day is a better holiday honoring American heritage.
Juneteenth celebrates the actual end of slavery in the United States. And the abolition of slavery, I believe, is one of the crowning achievements of Western civilization and is certainly worthy of celebration. On the flip side, North America, as we know it, in the United States entirely would not exist if it were not for the expeditions of Christopher Columbus and other European explorers, which are also worth celebrating. So I don't know if you would consider doing an every other year type of thing, but I think both are very relevant to our history and worth celebrating.
I don't want to change the holiday schedule up. I think that's a lot of complexity. My own view is that Juneteenth is something that nobody had heard of until 5 years ago and was pushed for political purposes. And so I'm not in favor of having that in.
City Council members Joe Milloy and Nathan Ziegler, who voted against removing Juneteenth, argued that the holiday is still relevant even if people are just learning about it.
All right.
Wow.
So, you know, I mean, what do we expect? Our neighbors there to the east, in the great state of Idaho. Moving. You know what was crazy is like, I mean, much love and respect to the group that championed this holiday. They never quit.
Right.
So many administrations and everything else, and you know, Trump's the one who signed it into law. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, they was lobbying Obama too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of they have been lobbying for years. Right. So that in itself is, you know, deserves recognition. Mm-hmm. But my question to both of you here, we'll start with you, Nas, because I know you got something to say. Why do white people think black people need their permission to celebrate?
Why do white people think that black people need their permission to celebrate? I mean, I think that this holiday was given to us federally, formally recognized as a way to placate us. I think we were doing our thing regardless, and it was a little bit of a distraction. That's kind of how this government works. They like to keep us distracted, and even the fact that Idaho is doing this now is like, really? Don't y'all have more important things to do? They don't need our I think that they are wondering that because it's a holiday for us, for black folks, right? I mean, much respect to the people who did all the work to make it a federal holiday. It's just that now everybody gets a day off, right? No, it's not. It really is not. Yeah,
that's the thing about it. Like, to me, is it's like, I really liked when Juneteenth was our like, we made it our own holiday, right? You know what I'm saying? That was like our thing. And you know, now it's everybody's, and technically it's a holiday to symbolically mark the end of slavery in America, and so, you know, it does have historical implications. But JD, what are your thoughts?
I like what's happened. I like that it's been.
You don't like the stuff in Idaho, though, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about
that's what we led in from.
No. The stuff in Idaho is Idaho.
Okay.
We all know. If you're from Washington State, you already know. It's rough here too. But the federal designation, I like that. To bring Juneteenth to a spotlight, I like that. And the reason is because not everyone knew. You know, even in our own communities, you know, we weren't taught about Juneteenth growing up. I mean, I can't remember one black teacher I had, period. Now, when I moved to Texas with my daughter and my family for a minute, wife and the kids, they learned about a lot of different stuff. But here, it wasn't there. So now that we are marketing and talking about Juneteenth on a larger scale, how much information now is being passed along to people that didn't even know? And why we look at Juneteenth being smaller than the 4th of July? That's why we put our event on so big. And even when I've spoke different times, I said Juneteenth can be a backyard party, it could be a small park party, or it could be a huge event. But it's bringing recognition to things that we've been through. So it's sharing history that many of us didn't even talk about. So I look forward to I don't want to say commercialization of it, but the widespread loudspeaker of what Juneteenth is. Let everybody know. Yell it from the rooftops.
I hear you on that, you know, and fortunately I grew up in a home where I did learn about Juneteenth, and I did learn about a lot of these things, and you know, both my daughters live down in Houston, and so, you know, it's always, you know, down south, Juneteenth, big deal. I went to a HBCU in North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? So like, the awareness has been there my whole life. I feel like, yeah, man.
I think we were doing a good job of educating those who didn't know before this happened, though. Like, I didn't know about Juneteenth until maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Right.
But it was because we were already, like, something happened, a shift with, maybe it was 2020 actually, a shift happened where we all of a sudden were like reaching each other better, and this history, certain parts of history were becoming more widespread, and I felt like we were getting the job done. I don't know, so we'll have to see what happens. I don't want to see people, and I don't want to see them playing anywhere else like they're playing in Idaho, you know, wasting time trying to turn things back when we already came this far.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like, it's good that we have this federal designation and everything else, but like we as a people, like as a community, you know, I'm indifferent about it, because I'm like, man, we were celebrating Juneteenth anyway. You know what I'm saying? Most of us is entrepreneurs, so we ain't getting no day.
Right.
It's not a paid holiday for the streets.
Right. I saw a post about that too, where it's like, we're all working even more now. Like, now I have 3 businesses I have to make sure activate on Juneteenth. But
I hear what you're also saying though too, JD, and what you want to accomplish on the road to economic freedom. The fact that, man, that's a big, you know, leg to stand on right there. You know what I'm saying? That this is recognized federally, of course, in the state of Washington, here in the city of Seattle, sure in Tacoma.
And I mean, you got to think about it. If it wasn't recognized federally, would corporate dollars even come to try to help push it? No. And for us, you know how many people black people we employ and how many black people we help? I just mentioned 160 plus black businesses that do really well doing that. Our whole team, we probably have for Juneteenth at least 30, 40 people that we're paying ourselves to help put on that event. So this is all economic freedom for us. So I don't want the corporate dollars to stop flowing in because they think we don't want any help or no one should help us with our thing. No, come in, support, because we help build this. So come on in and help it grow.
I'll take you back to a phrase that me and Naudia know very well from 2020. For our corporate brothers and sisters, continue to pay the fee.
I mean, and they can do it because it's federally recognized, so it fits in their guidelines now a little bit better because they're all about paperwork.
Good stuff. Before we end this segment here, man, you were hopping the Wayback Machine to 1 year ago when our good buddy Basic Gordon was right there in Tacoma.
Hey guys, Basic right here. Look, we are at Stewart Ice Park in Tacoma for Juneteenth. Look, we got food, we got vibes. I don't know if you can hear the background, but it's smooth. We also have Fred Hammond. We have Crystal Aiken. We have South for Real. It's gonna be a good day. Look, if you didn't make it, we're gonna show you what went down. Okay.
Today we are at the official Juneteenth celebration of Tacoma, y'all. In Washington, it's the biggest celebration going on today. It's nothing but family, fun, a good time, man. We got everybody around here. We got the good music on stage. We got all the vendors, man. Like, if you ain't here, I don't know where you at. You know what I'm saying? This is a road to economic freedom, you know? So for us as people to feel truly liberated, truly free, we got to come together and we got to work together for the greater cause. When we work together, we make a bigger impact. As you see something like this, you know what I'm saying? If you're from the town, like I'm from the town, this isn't normal out here. So this is a blessing. I love it. I'm so happy and proud of my city that we can have events like this where thousands of people can come together and just be family. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's supposed to be.
Events like this are important for our community out here, mainly because I have a Black son who we live in a predominantly not Black area, and bringing him to spaces like this allows him to see the greatness that our community has, because he doesn't have the opportunity to actually experience that every day. And so for me, it touches close to my heart, because he can see a lot of amazing Black men, women, business owners, all types of people doing amazing things and getting celebrated.
All right, yeah, it was lit last year.
Yes, sir. It's going to be incredible this year, too. And some.
All right, yeah, no, we'll be down there.
Yeah.
Come holler at you. It's an all-day celebration, so, just point me to the food trucks.
You won't miss them. We labeled the food truck area the Taste of Juneteenth this year, because we got more food trucks and everything. It's all bigger, man. It's bigger.
All right, well, me and Eric Calligraphy are coming hungry, man. That's for sure. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to learn more about the Black Panther Interpretive Center. You are watching The Pop-Up.
Juneteenth 2026. Put up for it to come. Put up for it to come.
Solutions for Seattle, June 17th, T-Mobile Park. Y'all know what it is. Log on to the website, www.solutionsforseattle.com, and be a part of youth empowerment. Let's empower the youth. This is a call to action, a ticket challenge. I need everybody to tap in. Y'all know what it is. Solutions for Seattle.
Now's your chance to join the Days to Come Reading Challenge to ignite the civic imagination needed for racial repair in Washington State. Read, discuss, and take action until Juneteenth to bring Dr. King's vision of a truly just society to life. Visit saarcpnw.org for more information.
Black women in Washington faced more than twice the risk of syphilis in 2024, but cases are falling as we learn the facts and look out for ourselves. Yet 1 in 10 pregnant cases were among Black women, but more than half of potential congenital cases were prevented with early care. Early testing makes a difference. Get tested and protect yourself. Protect your child. Protect the community.
This summer, Metro connects the world.
Real ones show up for each other. In the barbershop, at home, in the group chat, we check in. Not just you good, but really good. Because the health of your friends and family matter, and they need you to check in. Healthy men keep each other safe. And real ones check in on the ones we love. Because when we tap in, we stay healthy together.
Discover the raw, essential story of Northwest modernism through the Seattle Art Museum's Beyond Mysticism. This exhibition features over 150 pieces celebrating the region's natural beauty and urban life. Get your tickets today at seattleartmuseum.org. We'll see you there.
All right, welcome back to the Pop-Up. Big shout out to my homegirl right there, Bayana Treyana Holiday. You can catch her on The Day with Trey Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. right here on Converge. Now the conversation turns to my buddy Nas. What's happening, man?
I'm ready.
All right. So you're joining us tonight to tell us all about let me make sure I'm getting this all the way correct here, because there's some serious people. I don't want no smoke.
Facts.
The Seattle Black Panther Party Interpretive Center. What's it all about?
So the Black Panther Party Interpretive Center is a vision that has been brought to life by the former comrades of the Seattle chapter Black Panther Party. I've been lucky to be a witness to this journey over the past few years. Former comrades co-founders, Elmer and Aaron Dixon of the Seattle chapter, pulled together a group of folks to create this legacy group, which is a nonprofit organization. So they sit on the board of directors officially, and they wanted, the idea originally started off as a museum. They were like, we want a museum. They went on 2 tours through the southern parts of the U.S. to visit the African American museums in Charleston, Memphis. Where else did they go? They were in Mississippi, yes. And they went on 1 trip, were inspired, came back, and I was lucky enough to go on a second trip with them 2 summers ago as a volunteer. So it was an opportunity to see like what we liked, what we didn't like, and then what do we really want to do here in Seattle. So we landed on an interpretive center because a lot of museums, traditional museums, don't actually have belongings that are theirs. They're, in the European institutions, they're usually things that they've commandeered. So everything in the Interpretive Center is going to be memorabilia, artifacts from the Panthers, former Panthers and their networks, which is really exciting. What we're doing this weekend, Friday, we're having what we're calling the Prelude. And it's really just going to be a little activation and tester before we go under construction for the inaugural exhibition, which will be happening in fall, winter. We just wanted to give the community, especially with all the international travelers coming into town, we wanted to give them an opportunity to learn about what happened here in Seattle with the Black Panther Party. A lot of people don't know that, a lot of people here don't even know that the Seattle chapter was the first chapter outside of Oakland, and that we were a lot of the programs here, the survival programs that were here, created a ripple effect across the country with other Panther programs, or Panther parties. So the Interpretive Center is going to be on 2nd and Yesler at the historic Metropole building. We have been working crazy to get this place ready for the travelers coming into town, but also for the community. Just come get a little taste of what's going on. It's been years in the making. We will have local artist features. And then we'll also have some like immersive installations, and something I'm pretty proud of. The first program we're going to be launching is called the Panther Reading Circle. A lot of people, it was not common knowledge that Panthers were required to read 2 hours a day, and that there was also a required reading list. And so we're going to have, I think I have all of the texts from that required reading list available at the Interpretive Center. And then for twice a day, we'll have 2-hour sessions where folks can come in and just sit down with the text and read them. Yeah, man, that sounds dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, this is great. It's great to hear, and it's great to hear kind of like that this is official. And I only say that because as of late, I mean, over the years, people have misappropriated the name of the Black Panther Party and the Seattle Black Panther Party for their own kind of ways and means and things like that. But there's a lot more of that these days, and so it's really good to hear that, like you said, that you guys is working with original founders and everything else. Tell me a little bit more about the actual legacy group.
Yeah. If you check out our website, we just got a remodel on that, so it looks really amazing. It has the new branding, and if you check out the board website, the board page, you'll see that on the board we have Elmer and Aaron Dixon, Ms. Ruby Love, and we also have Stephanie Johnson-Tolliver, who I mentioned earlier, Heidi Jackson, and Gary Mellinson is our board right now. I was on the board until recently when, in order to be the program manager, I had to resign from the board. But it was an honor to serve with them.
Yeah, some heavy hitters. You know, SJT, Stephanie Johnson-Tolliver, she designed our iconic interview wall here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was Converge Media's very first partner, was the Black Heritage Society. Amazing. 10 years ago is when we started working together, when Converge was a blog.
I've been honored.
Yeah.
I've been honored that I got to go travel with them. It changed my life. I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Right. And a question for you here, and actually it's a question for both of you guys, because you're so passionate about this, but we'll start with you first, Naudia. Why is it important for our youth to understand Black Seattle, or I would say Black Northwest history?
Oh, yeah. The comrades will tell you that I think one of the reasons why they love me is because every time I'm in space with them and throughout my entire journey with them, I've been like, what about the young people? Education, young people, it's my driving force behind what I'm doing with the Interpretive Center and with the Legacy Group. I am hoping to make this space accessible. I'm hoping to inspire young people with this foundation that they've left us that is really like solutions. I mean, you're talking about economic solutions, and yes, this is so much what the Panthers talked about. You know, they were highly critical of capitalism, but what do we do when we're surrounded by capitalism as a people? So it's everything to me. I'm hoping the prelude through the summer is going to be sliding scale, donation based, so you can choose to pay what you want to pay. I'm really hoping we're going to get some young people into the space throughout the summer, and then we'll also be focusing on reaching out to the schools, bringing them down to the space for free, and then also creating tools that we can send to the schools.
Right. And JD, I mean, a big part of what you talked about, of course, there's this road to economic freedom, but it's also educating young people.
Absolutely, man. There's so much power in our history, right? So, I think with a lot of young people, they're inundated with social media, right? With goofy videos, funny videos, things like that. But before all of that, there's just so much power in our history, so much strength, so much resilience. And I think with them knowing our history and learning our history, it just builds a power within themselves and makes them want to fight harder, push farther, and grow more. So
absolutely. To that point, for the inaugural exhibition, we won't have everything in this prelude, but after we go under construction, we have some amazing visuals that we shot. So this is going to be the first. There will be storytelling in first person. So we worked with High Frequency, which is another Black media company here in Seattle that's fairly new, and they shot interviews of the former comrades. So those will be some of the visuals that we'll have that I'm hoping are gonna get those young folks when they're in there, inspire them. There's some really great quotes that we're gonna pull from there. In the prelude, we will have Rick Dupree's, he's creating a Black Panther Party documentary, so we'll have the teaser available, and we'll be helping support him fundraise to finish the documentary. So I'm really hoping we're going to be able to have the type of tools to get the young people in there and keep their attention span locked in for a while, you know, because that is so much what we're battling, you know. And part of the reason we did the Panther Reading Circle is because there's a literacy crisis in the U.S. So it's like, how can we, maybe if we give them some radical revolutionary texts, you know, will inspire them to do something radical.
Yeah, and big shout out to Rick Dupree and Marcus Dupree. Man, the documentary they're working on is fire. They actually shot some of it right here in our studio. It's really dope. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we got a nice introspective question here for both our guests, and then they're going to give us a rundown one more time on their upcoming events. You're watching The Pop-Up.
Solutions for Seattle, June 17th, T-Mobile Park. Y'all know what it is. Log on to the website, www.solutionsforseattle.com, and be a part of youth empowerment. Let's empower the youth. This is a call to action, a ticket challenge. I need everybody to tap in. Y'all know what it is. Solutions for Seattle.
Now's your chance to join the Days to Come Reading Challenge to ignite the civic imagination needed for racial repair in Washington State. Read, discuss, and take action until Juneteenth to bring Dr. King's vision of a truly just society to life. Visit saarcpnw.org for more information.
Hey, what's up, everybody? JD here. I'm tapping in to make sure you go to JuneteenthWA.com to find out everything that's going on and stay up to date on all the stuff that will be happening at Juneteenth this year. The event, we are moving to the beautiful Hobb Field and parking lot A down over there. Make sure you go to the website to hear about everything. We're having a car show this year. We're doing the Taste of Juneteenth this year. And on the main stage, we are bringing Erica Campbell, Crystal Aiken, and Life Jennings, and we have some great local acts that you may have heard of, maybe you haven't, but you will hear about them on Juneteenth. So make sure you go to the website to learn everything you need to know about the event. Also, you can RSVP on the event if you want to be a vendor, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to be a food truck. All that is on the website, JuneteenthWA.com.
if you want to sign up for the car show. JuneteenthWA.com. We'll see you here. Peace.
Black women in Washington face more than twice the risk of syphilis in 2024, but cases are falling as we learn the facts and look out for ourselves. Yet 1 in 10 pregnant cases were among Black women. But more than half of potential congenital cases were prevented with early care. Early testing makes a difference. Get tested and protect yourself. Protect your child. Protect the community.
Discover the raw, essential story of Northwest modernism through the Seattle Art Museum's Beyond Mysticism. This exhibition features over 150 pieces celebrating the region's natural beauty and urban life. Get your tickets today at seattleartmuseum.org. We'll see you there.
Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole.
This summer, Metro connects the world.
All right, welcome back to the Pop-Up, coming to you live from the Black Media Matters studios here in downtown Seattle. Continuing our conversation with Naudia Miller from the Seattle Black Panther Party Interpretive Center and J.D. Davis. You know, I say in the short term, Tacoma Juneteenth.
Okay.
But, you know, this is the road to economic freedom.
Absolutely.
You know, but, you know, on the streets, it's like, hey, man, you going to Tacoma Juneteenth? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got to speak in the vernacular of the listening audience.
Right. Okay.
All right. So I got a question here for both of you guys. We'll start with you first, JD. Well, where is my question? What happened to? Oh, here we go. How do you go about creating safe spaces of representation for the Northwest Black community?
Wow. I'm gonna end with Juneteenth, and I'm gonna start with our daily work of after-school programs. We are in about 14 schools every day, Monday through Thursday, educating our youth. We also do summer camps. Every summer we run a summer camp, making sure we reach our people, and then we put on a tech summit every year too in December, where we make sure we are educating our kids around the new things in technology. And then let's just end it off with Juneteenth of bringing everybody out and bringing everybody together to the largest Black family reunion that we've ever had. And so getting everybody there to network, all the information is there, all the resources is there, and touching, and that's what we do to educate our community, is by events, after school programs, things like that, all around education.
All right, good stuff. Nas, for you, how do you go about creating safe spaces of representation for the Northwest Black community?
Well, I've spent the last decade of my life building Black and Tan Hall. For those who don't know, that's a cooperatively owned space in the South End, and we're a hub. So I don't like event planning, but I love the idea of creating a space where community members who do love to plan can come activate. The thing that I really am trying to educate the community on about that space is that we own the building, which is, it's pretty major.
Come on, right? Man.
Yeah, and I say we, and I don't just mean my business partners, but I mean the community of Seattle, because the building was purchased through a covenant with the city of Seattle. Mayor Durkin signed that building over to Black and Tan Hall, put our name on the deed, and they paid for it. And so we're really just stewards of the space. And right now, the space is all of ours. So like, JD, please, come utilize our space whenever you want to. That's been the decade of my life, and we're open to the public. We're looking for community to come use the space. We're looking for new members, which has been a long time coming. So if you are interested in becoming an owner of a commercial property in the city of Seattle, which is a very hard thing to do, check us out on blackandtanhall.com. And then, right now opening up this Interpretive Center, which is the first of multiple locations for the Legacy Group. We are also in the process of acquiring the Dixon Family Home, which will be a satellite location for the Legacy Group and the Interpretive Center. And there's lots of plans for, we'll include the People's Wall, and we want to create a tour so that when folks want to learn about the Panthers, they're going to learn about all the places that the Panthers were. That's what I like to do, open cultural spaces. And of course, I'm just doing the best to raise my sons as well, 2 young Black men, and educate their peers on these resources they have for them, or we have for them. And come into the Black Media Matters studio to talk about it.
Yeah, no, this is great. You actually went down a whole list. I ain't mad at you.
Right.
All right, JD, the floor is about to be yours. Eric Calligraphy is putting up a beautiful graphic on the screen. Man, tell everybody about the road to economic freedom, how they can catch up, information, websites, all that stuff. That camera right there.
Here we go. So June 19th was the Juneteenth. Go to juneteenthwa.com. Everything will be on there. Make sure you come out. Like I said, there's food trucks, over 40 food trucks. There's 160 plus vendors there. There's music on the main stage. Erica Campbell is coming up from Mary Mary. Crystal Akins is coming again, and she's doing a community choir. I think it's around 100 voice community choir. We have Life Jennings coming, and then some other great performers, Kalimba, which is doing a tribute to Earth, Wind, and Fire. So it's a little bit of something for everybody. Huge kid zone, lots of fun, lots of us, nothing but love, peace, unity, and connection. So make sure you come out, juneteenthwa.com. It'll be in Tacoma. Just go to the website, check it out. We're all out there. So it's not just, it's inclusive to all of us because we need people to come and support all the businesses that are there. A road to economic freedom.
He said, we out here.
We out here,
Look
man.
at you.
All day.
We got that down perfect. We going to have to send you the ISO camera on that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so on the broadcast version, the flyer was up there.
Yeah.
But, we going to have to send you, look, hey, you've been spitting that out.
I'm ready.
You ready for it. All right, now, that's your camera right there, the one right there on the teleprompter.
Okay.
He's getting ready to put up your event flyer, tell everybody all about it and how they can connect.
Okay, perfect. Friday night, we're all sold out, but on the 13th, we're going to be open to the public at the Black Panther Party Interpretive Center down here in Pioneer Square. We'll be open from 11 to 4. We'll have live painting. Wolf Deluxe will be in the house. We'll also have the Franklin kids fundraising for their mural. There will also be Dream Team promotions in the house with some exclusive merch. We'll have some exclusive merch as well. Find us on Instagram, BPP Interpretive Center. You can also search the website, lots of information there. And we'll be open every Friday through Sunday from 11 to 4, starting this weekend, Friday the 12th.
All right, look, both of you guys came prepared. That's what's up. We put the flyer up so people can see, but sometimes we put the flyer up because it's a good crutch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just in case.
Oh, listen, we always want our guests to do well. And they might, they got their cards, they're looking for this and that. You guys, man, bravo to both of you. Man, look at this incredible guest here tonight.
We both knew we was coming to sit with O.
Okay.
And you better come right if you're going to come sit with O.
I'm saying, man. Speaking of that, Naudia, JD, it's time for us to wind this down. I want to say thank you to both of you for taking the time to sit with us tonight.
Thank you very much.
O.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Welcome
Appreciate
back anytime. You're just right around the corner,
Literally.
so I'm definitely going to pop up on you.
Yes.
And you'll see me. I'm going straight to the taste of Juneteenth.
There we go. We'll see you there.
All right, good stuff. Before we get out of here, I want to remind you guys that we are a business, and a business that you can support. Go to whereweconverge.com and find the donate button there. You can join our $5 family, or if you're rich like JD, you can join our $500 family. Either way, all support is very much welcome. And a reminder that as we celebrate June, it's also Pride Month, and our Deontay Damper is a Grand Marshal for Seattle Pride 2026. You can go on, and I'm sure Eric's dragging this no, I can't. Oh, okay. All right. He's got a barcode there on the screen. Man, you can pick up an exclusive We Live in Color t-shirt. They're $40. Support the cause. Man, tomorrow, we got a big high-powered show. Not more high-powered than these guys, though. We got a high-powered show as we're going to be joined by Seattle Police Chief Sean Barnes and Seattle City Attorney Erica Evans. So until then, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, peace. See, everybody's on camera. Yes.